do that. Sam, you said you liked some of the ideas on this list or some of the topics. Let's just
go
rapid fire a little bit.
we just talked about something huge. That was a huge idea. Let's talk about something small but still cool. So it looked like, did you buy remoteculture.com?
I did.
Okay, so that's a no-brainer. There's a business that will make $1 million a year. Remote culture, online community for those building remote cultures. Easy, right?
Yep.
That's a no-brainer. What would you do there?
I would start a community for remoteculture.com. This is, okay, I'm going to do a blog, I'm going to do a paid community, and it's going to be targeted at people ops and HR people around the world that need to kind of figure out the new world order, right? We're not going to try and sell them software. We're just going to connect them to each other. And I'm a big believer in these kind of communities and network-based businesses because they're efficient in terms of it doesn't take that much. You got to get to critical mass. That's fine, but I think this one would work. It's a community that's necessary at this moment in time that hasn't existed because it hasn't needed to. Right. Now it does, and I'm sure there's people out there doing it, but branding helps, money helps. You can actually build something. Yeah.
There's one on here that I really like. Speed Round. So, by the way, these are what? These are domains that like you don't have an idea for
yet? Hack, by the way. When I have like an idea that's enough in my head that's like, okay, well, this is kind of cool. I don't like write it down on a notebook. I go find a related domain. It's like it costs $15 if it hasn't been taken yet, or maybe I'll spend more if it's something really kind of strikes my fancy.
What's the most expensive
ideas?
What's the most expensive domain you own?
I haven't had them valued. I don't really sell domains. I own BirminghamAlabama.com because I live there. I think that's probably a good 7-figure domain. I just bought humanism.com and humanism.org.
You also bought one for me.
Bought one for you. I bought the hustle.com for you as a gift that I was going to give to you on the podcast.
So
I later learned that you don't care about domain names all that much.
Hold on.
Like a deal trophy, right? Whenever you get acquired, they have this little trophy. I don't know, Sam. Did you know about this deal trophies?
No, I want a deal trophy.
So when we got acquired, they gave us like it took like a few months, but it was like, hey, sorry, I meant to get this to you like when the deal closed, but I guess it's like in the deal making world, I'm not like a mover and shaker of biz dev and like corp dev and things like that, but I guess it is sort of a tradition of when the deals close, it's sort of like the champagne. That what you do is you get sort of like a little ornament that has some meaning to the deal. Like in our case, our code name was like Project whatever, and it was like let's just call it Project Sharp. It wasn't.
I think we were Project H or something.
And so then they got like this like kind of like cool looking knife, because it's like Project Sharp, whatever. Here's the deal trophy. So I think your deal trophy is this domain here.
Well, and for the record, Dharmesh, if you like gift that to the Hustle Company, we would love it. And I actually do like domain names. My whole point about domain names was
don't let it stop you.
99% of people are not like you or not like me. Like we do shit. Like you're killing it, and you just made this little rinky-dink project called GrowthBot. Like we do shit. 99% of people don't do shit, and they have stupid excuses like, well, I don't have the domain name, it's taken, or I do have the domain name, therefore I should do that. My point is, don't let it stop you. But I still think it's sick and it's awesome, and I love it. It's like saying like, just because you don't have a sick gym doesn't mean you can't go out there and walk and lose weight.
I think like Justin was on the podcast last time, and he was like, there should be a dating app that matches you on like kind of your credit card spending history or something like that. For me, that's what it's like with this podcast, where it's like if you just tell me how many domains you own that you bought, but you don't have like a live project on, if that number is greater than 10, we're gonna be thick as thieves. And like how many tabs do you have open right now? If I just knew those two things, I can kind of tell you if this podcast is a fit for you or not. If you're somebody who owns 0 domains, then you probably aren't going to, really connect with this podcast in a major way.